The opinions expressed are those of the show's host and not the staff or management of Port St. Lucie Broadcasters. Any reproduction without written consent of WSTU and WPSL is strictly prohibited. Now it's time for Quality of Life Radio, brought to you by Cigna and Aetna Medicare. Here are your hosts, Gary Owen and Tom Bouvier.
Hello and good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining in on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Guess what? It is 2022, January 4th.
Happy New Year,
yes,
everyone.
Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a great New Year Eve celebration. And for 2022, listen, keep it great, keep it safe, keep it healthy, happy, and prosperous. Hello, I'm Gary Owen. I'm your host.
And I'm your co-host, Tom Bouvier.
In case you're not sure what you're listening to or what you've dialed into, you're listening to the one and only
Quality of Life Radio Show.
live, hot, enthusiastic, exciting, like our guests.
Absolutely.
And we have another exciting
can't
guest
wait.
on the show this morning. Tom, they can catch us every Tuesday morning here in the studio. We don't recommend them coming into the studio since it's too tight, but they can certainly tune in on WSTU 1450 AM and WPSL 1590 AM and on Facebook Live at Quality of Life Radio Show. Tom, we're here every Tuesday morning for what specific purpose?
Well, Gary, we do come here every Tuesday morning, and we love to because we love to bring relevant content to our listeners, information that people can actually use in their life. The second reason we come here is we love to support and showcase local business owners and nonprofit organizations. We have a wonderful guest that'll be introduced here in a moment. Goes along with our theme of shopping local and doing business local. And last of all, Gary, you and I, we love to educate and bring information to people to help improve their quality of life as it relates to insurance planning and insurance options. We cut through all the BS and we give them Medicare and life insurance and health insurance straight talk.
Yeah, we love insurance straight talk.
We do.
Unlike what we see on the TV commercials with those TV and football celebrities who provide us nothing but BS.
Yes, Medicare fuzziness and fog and confusion talk.
Yes. Well, and that company who, by the way, is showing all those TV commercials, guess which state they are from?
Oh, no, not our beloved Florida.
It certainly is. And I know that there are investigations happening. I know that many of you are probably happy out there about that, who are sick and tired of these commercials that you see that are trying to entice you to enroll in these certain type of plans. Tom and I and our agents will never do that because we're part of the elite Owen Insurance Group that has, I've been here on the Treasure Coast for 34 years, 35 years this year now, and can't believe it's been 35 years. I feel like I'm 35. Look like Evan, he's feeling so much better now this morning.
Yes.
He's 99%. He said 98, but I think you're 99. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he's recovering from COVID. Last show when he was here, he was probably about 29.2%. So he's made great advances this in about a week. So we're glad to have Evan back to almost 100%. So before we bring our guests back on to the microphone here, I want to let everybody know today we're going to talk a little bit about a multitude of things, and it's going to be life insurance. We're getting a lot of requests here recently for life insurance, so I want to educate those of you out there who are interested, who are thinking about it, get some good information about that. Also, guess what, Tom? The AEP for Medicare is over.
Yay.
Yay!
I had one client call me. She said it was on December 8th, and she said, Tom, I don't know actually even what day it is, but I think Medicare open enrollment is over because those commercials stopped, the ones you were talking about.
Well, the open enrollment just started.
Well, yes, and I was confusing that with the other one with annual enrollment period.
So
forgive me there. But
so we're going to talk. Tom and I will talk a little bit about today about what OEP and what that means for you. We'll talk a little bit about some prescription drug plans because there's still confusion out there. We helped a client yesterday to make the right decision on her drug plan. and we'll walk through that. And then dental, Tom and I have been getting a lot of requests on dental insurance recently, dental and vision. And then finally ACA, Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, individual health insurance, whatever you want to call it. So there's a lot of great, valuable information that we're going to share with you today. So hang tight. And then also we're going to share with you this day in history, what happened on January 4th. And then a fun health fact. So first, Tom, why don't you introduce our guest?
Absolutely. I've known Mitch for a couple of years now. He has done some great work for me, as he has got a promoting company called Always Promoting. And so without further ado, Mr. Mitch Kahl.
Yay!
Welcome to the show.
Good morning,
Thank you
Mitch.
very much. Good to see everybody.
Good to have you, brother.
Fantastic.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I graduated in BC before computer in graphic design. So I'm an artist by trade. I mean, I really love to get out there and be creative with people. It's not just putting something on a pen or putting something on a cup holder or anything. I really enjoy getting in and talking to people and getting from the bottom, starting right out and creating something that's going to make them shine. And I've been in town now for 9 months. Actually, I moved to the state of Florida 9 months ago. I've known.
Well, welcome.
Because I interviewed or looked at a couple places for BNI, knowing that I was going to move, and that's how we got to know each other. And but I love the state. My daughter and son-in-law are here, and my future grandson. So it was just a great thing. I'm a half full type guy. COVID allowed me the opportunity to be here, and I'm really excited to be in Florida. I love it. I went through my first summer, and it was something else. But
Tough, isn't it?
Listen,
listen,
absolutely. But I loved it because if I got hot, I just go jump in this ocean. You know, it's like not everybody can do that.
Yeah,
so
That's
for
right.
you.
I'm a half full guy, like I said.
Good. And tell us where you're from.
I'm originally from Toledo, Ohio. I grew up actually in Shelby, Ohio, which is central Ohio. But after college, I moved to Toledo, and I was there for 35 years until I had the opportunity to move here. And just like I say, excited to be here.
Are you a Cleveland Browns fan or
I
Pittsburgh
am.
Steeler
I
fan?
am a Cleveland
By the way,
Browns
I fell
fan
asleep at
still.
that game last night.
A few
so-
in the proud. I didn't.
You would be happy.
Steelers actually won.
Your Big Ben actually
Really, he
won.
pulled it through. Wow.
He did.
Is that his last game?
At the
I've
stadium. They're thinking that's his last game
Yeah.
at Three Rivers Stadium.
I've been hearing.
I did stay up. That's why I'm a little tired.
I fell asleep. I couldn't stay up. I was in the fourth inning, I think. Fourth quarter rather, and I think we had about 6 minutes left, and that was the last I remembered. So, Mitch, I have something special sitting in front of me. I'll show it to the audience. It is a bottle of Kahlua. No, not Kahlua.
Kahlua.
Kahlua. Kahl. That's Mitch's last name. And then he adds UA to it. So we know what UA stands for.
We love UA.
We love UA. And this is established 1997 in Maumee, Ohio.
That's correct.
And so tell us a little bit about, because this is just as exciting for me as promotional products. I was told that I have to give this back to our producer of the show, Evan Nine here, when we've concluded the show. But tell us, what is this about?
Well, I'll tell you, my wife, I was looking through a recipe book that she had from her aunt, and there was a recipe in there for Kahlua. And Kahlua is spelled actually Kahl, like that. So that's where I obviously came up with, I'm going to make my own Kahlua. Now, I do not sell this product. This actually was a great thing for me to give out to my clients. So during the holidays, I would come out, and they would look forward to it. Every year, I would give out a bottle of that. So obviously, with my creativity, I created the logo. I created the label. I made sure that when I put the package together, it looked like a real bottle. I get the taster corks, I get the shrink wraps, and I use the hand blow dryer to shrink them on each bottle individually. So it's just something I love doing, and that's, again, is what I love to do. I love to help people.
That's pretty
I get more
cool.
excitement from that than actually getting a paycheck.
Of course. How are you making this, though? I mean,
Well, that's a
secret?
that, but I will tell you that I did with a group of my friends. I did a blind taste test at a poker group that I get together with every year, and they picked mine 10 out of 12. as the best one. They say
Wow.
it's very smooth, very buttery is what I get, the comments that I've gotten. And Tom has had some, and I
have.
believe so.
That's very
I'm
nice.
hoping that you guys could embellish on that. But like I say, that's just really that encapsulates exactly what I love to do. I love to make something good that people love, that they look forward to, and they come back for it.
So if a business owner out there was interested in getting something like this done with their logo and so forth, are you saying that you can do something special like that as well?
Absolutely. I've done Limoncello. I did another group. I did a logo for them. I had a honey wine group that I did a label for. And I do the same thing with like pizza companies. I had a brand new pizza company in the area that I came up with the logo, came up with all their marketing materials, all their postcards, their pizza boxes, and their the pieces that go on the box, that have all their latest coupons and everything. So I started from scratch and did the entire. I actually did their window graphics at their store. They now have 3. So they're growing fast.
That's amazing.
Excellent.
Pizza. Who doesn't love pizza, Mitch?
That's right.
I mean, come on.
Especially during COVID.
I mean, I can eat pizza all day long and twice on Sunday. It's kind of there's a lot of irony here in what I'm hearing from you and how your business has grown thanks to COVID. You know, COVID is a bad word, but it has either caused a lot of detriment and financial devastation in some businesses, or it has propelled certain businesses like real estate, mortgage, small mom and pop companies. So like what you're doing. So, and I think that you're rebranding yourself, and now you're new in Florida, and you're just you have that passion to help people, and people see it. When you care about people, it's amazing how it transforms your business. And so kudos to you and what you're doing. I'm excited. So tell us a little bit about the business.
Well, again, Always Promoting actually is part of a franchise called AIA, Adventures in Advertising. They are a national company. They have over $2 billion in buying power, which helps them to get vendors that give us incentives. A lot of times we get what we call EQP, end quantity pricing. So if you're looking for a bag or a pen, a lot of times I'm able to go, okay, the 250 quantity is your minimum quantity, but I can give you the 5,000 price. And I pass that along. Again,
Okay.
That's what I do. I love to be able to show somebody, hey, here's something I can give you, and I'm going to make an honest thing. I don't care. That's fine, because I'm going to give you exactly what I'm getting, and it's great. But it allows me to have a mass of area that I can get all these different products, and I can get multiple companies that have these products, so I can get you the best one that fits.
That's fantastic. And you have a website.
We do. It's www.alwayspromoting.com. Now, you can go there, but I really, on the screen, I think it shows my Mitch at alwayspromoting.com, because, again, there's so many items. There's billions of items out there. Anything you can put your logo on, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it comes down to hats. It comes down to everything. Shirts. Our company has embroidery in-house. We have 5 machines running nonstop in Maumee, and I still use them quite a bit because the pricing is good. And even with shipping, I'm still being competitive, and I'm still working on getting people here locally that are helping me now too. So
That's
I've
fantastic.
got embroiderers here now that are doing the same thing.
So do you have you established a brick and mortar yet?
It's just out of my home.
Yeah.
I just work out of my house, and it
Keep the overhead low.
works great. Yes,
I envy you.
It works great. I love it.
That's fantastic. So what would you say? I mean, there's a lot of small businesses out here who need help with branding. To me, it seems like, getting your message out and having a clear, concise message, that's an important part of your branding. So what would you say your biggest piece of advice is for small businesses out here who maybe are starting out, who are operating on a shoestring budget, but they need to get some great promotional items? What would be your recommendation?
Well, first of all, I would say now's the time to look at be new in 2022, because in 2022 is the best time right now in January to step back, come see me, what's important and what's going to help your company move. It may not be promotional items. It may be coming up with a new logo, like you said, or a new theme, something that's going to make people separate you from the other people, separate from the pack.
Yep.
So that's where I can help. Again, that's where the creativity comes in. I can help you create a plan that's going to help your business grow.
And you mentioned, yes, we know there's thousands of items, promotional items that you can buy. But for a new business starting out, what would you say would be the top 3 that they should invest in? It's a tough question.
It is, because
I know.
It's based on what the company does.
Mm-hmm.
If they're in healthcare, I would have a number. If they're in insurance, I would have a number. Calendars, things like that. There's always, each company is very unique. Pens, obviously.
Pads, I'll tell you, the pads will work well for us too.
With COVID, that's been a good one, because you see a lot of places you walk into even today that have clean pens and ones that aren't clean. But now you can give them out, and we actually can put them in each individual package if you need. So things like that
I just
you can
come up
do.
with a great idea. We could probably take this and we could make billions. Self-cleaning pens.
The pen's in there. Don't use me yet. I'm still cleaning under the.
All right.
Maybe it changes color when
How do
it's
they
not
clean?
clean. That's,
Oh.
we have pens that actually will change color from your heat, so you would know if it was used or not. So
Very
That's what-
very
see,
interesting.
there's
I'm onto something here.
Cleaning pen.
It's already 20 minutes after the hour, so we're going to take our first break of the show. By the way, when we come back, we're going to ask some very, very important questions of our guest. You don't want to miss it. Hang tight. If you have to go grab another cup of joe, go, go, go. If you need to go do a tinkle, go, go, go. But just come right back. We'll be in the studio waiting for you. You're listening to the Quality of Life radio show on WSTU 1450 AM and WPSL 1590.
Hello, this is Gary Owen of the Owen Insurance Group. We are a local independent insurance agency located right here on the Treasure Coast. I've been a resident here for 34 years and have helped thousands of clients with their insurance planning needs. We specialize in life, health, and Medicare insurance planning. Don't travel the road alone. Let us be your guide. We are the Owen Insurance Group. Contact us today at 772-210-1020 or visit our website at oweninsurancegroup.net.
You are listening to WSTU, Stewart, Jensen Beach, Hope Sound, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Welcome back to the Quality of Life radio show. I am without a cup of joe, but I guess I'll have to wait because I have Kahlua in the studio, which is made by our guest here this morning. And I'm excited to crack open that bottle. Maybe I'll share it with our producer, Evan Nine. But I want to ask Mitch Kahl, always with always promoting, a question that I think every one of us should have a straight answer. When it comes to your business, what separates you from your competitor, Mitch?
I think the fact that in our company being the fact that we are part of a national group, I think is the things that make us strong. And also the fact that if you look at companies or people that go to like online sites, you can do that and you can save some money, but you have to look at how much your hourly rate is worth. How long does it take you to come up with all the information to send to that person? And what happens if there's a problem? And what happens if you don't get your product the way you wanted it? How much did that invest in you? That's why I'm here. I do this job every day, and I can help you again, maybe incentives aren't the right thing. But sitting down, I can help you with that. I think that's one of the things that's going to separate me. I may not sell you something today, but you might need it next. You might
I
need
love
it tomorrow.
that. So you're willing to come into a small business's place of business and sit and talk with the owner or whoever about their marketing and so forth and what they can do with what you can offer them. Well, these big box stores and these online companies can't do that. So it's your personal service that far outshines the competition.
Just recently, I had a guy. He's got a company. He was from the military, and it's called At Ease, and he helps people with cell phones and helps older generation to figure out the stuff. He wanted a couple prices, and I sent him a number of other items that he goes, I didn't even think about those. I didn't even think about that. Because again, I'm thinking about his company. What's going to separate his company? When somebody picks up that item, I want them to think of you and what you do. That's what it means to me. Because that's why once you pick up that item, they're like, oh, I remember Gary, or I remember Tom.
That's right.
Absolutely. I'm going to call them.
It's like our barbecue sauce, Tom.
It is.
I mean, that
Exactly.
barbecue sauce.
Exactly.
And not only is it attractive, it looks great, but it tastes like nothing else on the planet.
It does.
It's phenomenal. So, I mean, all those little things matter. I mean, you and I have heard it from so many times. Clients love the fact that they get the barbecue sauce. And it's fun, but it's great and it's memorable. Like you said the other day, someone lost your card and needed to get a hold of you.
Right.
Oh crap, that's right. It's in my refrigerator. Tom's number's in my refrigerator. So they go to the bottle of barbecue sauce and get your number and call you.
And every time they put that on their ribs, chicken, salmon, vegetables, or whatever, they think of us.
That's right.
They think, wow, what a gift from Gary Owen or from Tom Bouvier. This is amazing.
I want to buy more insurance from them.
That's what we hope.
We aim to do that. That's an
and
awesome
we do
thing.
the needs analysis. Just as I like what Mitch just said. You know, he sits down and he said, even if I don't sell you something today, you might need me in the future, because he does a thorough needs dialogue, which is exactly what we're all about. One shoe does not fit all. And I like his answer, even though I wanted to hear some top 3 things, but he didn't, because he said it all depends.
Yes.
It's like somebody saying, what's the best Medicare option?
That's right.
It all depends. So
That's right.
thank you, Mitch.
I love it. And Mitch, do you cover the whole entire Treasure Coast, or are you just here in Stewart, Martin County?
No, I can go anywhere primarily. You know, obviously.
Would you go to Jacksonville?
That might be pushing it. But you know, I can go. I can
Key West?
see somebody, and it's the same with my singing. I mean, I have a singing business that I do. That you know, I travel roughly an hour. You know, to get around the area. So I'm able to do.
So what do you sing?
Well, I'm a live singer and a DJ that I primarily work with a lot of care facilities, and I work with all the animals, the elks, the moose, the eagles, all those animals out there that I do a lot of country clubs where I'm out there doing dinners, doing dances, doing weddings, doing things like that. But the primary one I really like doing are the facilities, the care facilities that I'm in. I go around and I sing to the elderly.
That's
and
fantastic.
I love doing it. Absolutely love doing that.
Do you put them to sleep?
I do not.
Oh, he gets them rocking. Yeah, he gets them rocking or crooning. Does his Elvis and Frank Sinatra, and even did some Grateful Dead just for me.
That's pretty good. So you got a singing promoter, always promoting and always singing.
That's right.
That company I call Kiss of Class, because again, I'm a DJ, but a Kiss of Class.
Kiss of Class.
When I do a job for you, I'm giving you a little bit extra by having that live singing. I just had a recent birthday party at a private home in Palm City, and it was a 3-hour gig. I was there 6 hours. They kept me on. They said, just keep singing. Just keep doing what you're doing. This is awesome. You know.
Good for you. That's fun. That's awesome. That's great. How do our listeners get a hold of you? I mean, they want to hear you sing, put them to bed at night, or
same phone
you
number.
sing lullabies.
Yep, same phone number.
Give us
419-360-9859. That's 419-360-9859. And again, they can contact me at Mitch@alwayspromoting.com. And if you want to remember my name, some of the elderly people will remember this. Sing along with Mitch. You can never forget my name if you think
Sing along with Mitch.
And it's kale, you know. I mean, we love eating kale.
Just like the Green Mile, it's like the vegetable, but spelled different. Well, it's not coffee, but it's
K-A-H-L.
K-A-H-L.
Mitch Kahl. Mitch, we love having you this morning. This is great. You're going to stay with us until we, because we've got some. We're going to see if we can stump him on some of our health facts.
He's pretty sharp. I don't know.
The last guest we had, she was one elephant away from getting the $1 million prize.
Yes, she was very good.
Speaking of $1 million prizes, did anyone get the 50,
Five-
500 million?
575.
Is what it 575 now?
I just saw it online today, on the newsreel today.
Well,
I don't think so, because it said it's up to 575 Powerball.
And I want to give a shout out to my Aunt Pat in Ohio. She just had a birthday yesterday. She's 39 and holding. She's been 39 for 30 years now, but can't tell the difference. So hello, Aunt Pat. I love you. Happy
Aunt
birthday, and hope you are freezing your buns off up there in Ohio.
Ohio.
All right, so some health facts, because as Tom alluded to earlier on the show, we're about improving your quality of life. This is the Quality of Life radio show. So the standard American diet has a rating of how many out of 100, do you think, Tom? And I'll come to ask you, Mitch. The standard American diet has a rate of what number out of 100?
And 100 being the best.
100 being the best.
I would say 65.
65, says Tom. All right. Mitch, what
That's
say
For
you?
America, you said?
The standard American diet has a rate of what number out of 100?
I think it's less than 50.
Yeah, but what's the number? What are you going to give me?
I'm going to say 45.
45? Iggy, what would you give me a number over there, buddy? What would you say? 34. 34 says Iggy. All right. Ivan, oh my God. Evan, what number are you going to give us?
30.
Evan says 30.
Whoa.
Okay. So, you guys are way off the mark. I mean, way off the mark. It's 11.
What?
On a scale
I know
of 1 to 10, that rating would equate to only 1, of course, right? 1 out of 10. The Department of Agriculture calculates about 57% of the calories of Americans come from processed crap. Plant foods, 32% come from animal foods. The remaining 11% comes from whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. So we need to change that and eat more whole grains, fruits, and vegetables and less processed food. So there's your health fact of the day. Thank you for participating. You guys didn't do very well, but you always have a chance to redeem yourselves next week. All right, the stay in history. And then Tom and I will carry on with some eye-opening facts about insurance. Okay, the stay in history in January 4th, 1847. Which individual sells his first revolver to the United States government? Does anybody know that?
Winchester.
Colt. Very good, Mitch. Samuel Colt. Good job.
Oh, very good.
All right. In 1896, which state, I'll give you a hint, it's west of the Mississippi. Which state enters the Union in 1896, January 4? Starts with a U.
Utah.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, no, you can't miss that one. All right, 1974. Which president refuses to hand over his tape recordings to Congress?
Nixon.
I am not a thief.
I am a big liar.
All right. So, and in 1995, the Republican Party wins control of Congress the first time in 40 years. And in 1999, the euro debuts, starting with how many nations adopting the single currency? Tom, how many would you say? How many nations
I think
signed
12
up?
or 15.
12 or 15? Which one is it?
Yeah, and that's 12-ish. 11-2. 11-2.
You going to go with 12 or 15?
12.
12. Tom goes with 12. All right, Mitch, what number say you?
I'm going to go 15.
Well, Tom, you did good. It's 11. 11 nations
I said
originally
11-2.
signed up for the single currency. So there's your fun facts of the day, your day in history. And now Tom and I are going to chat a little bit about insurance transparency. So real quick, Owen Insurance Group, just so I think most of you already know, and we have a lot of our clients watching, so we appreciate those of you that are tuning in by radio and watching us live on Facebook. Owen Insurance Group, we have been in business for nearly 15 years. We are now located north of the Roosevelt Bridge, right behind Key West Diner. And again, being an independent insurance agency specializing in life, health, and Medicare, that is important to know because there is certainly a major difference between us being a brick and mortar location, Tom, versus what other type of scenario is there?
Just a captive agent, one who works specifically and only for one company. I guess it would be like Mitch saying, "I've got 3 promotional items here," and it's.
But you can only pick one.
But you can only pick one, and so with an independent insurance broker like all the agents here at Owen Insurance Group, we actually are appointed with all the major carriers, and we're able to do that full needs dialogue to make sure we make a recommendation that really fits your needs.
Yes, and we just ran a count yesterday about how many insurance agents we have in the state of Florida, and we are up to 384 independent insurance agents throughout the state of Florida. We're continuing to grow. We've got agents in Georgia and Virginia and California and Texas. But of course, we feel comfortable with our boots on the ground here at home in the state of Florida. So, again, you can contact Owen Insurance Group at 772-210-1020,
772-210-1020.
And what sounds better? Bitch, what do you like better? 772-210-1020
or 772-210-1020.
I think I like.
See, I keep telling Tom that my way is a better way, and he keeps trying to tell me that.
But for an aviator, if you were if you were flying and you had to give numbers, how would you do it? 210, 1020?
Maybe it depends. Depends on who I'm going to give it to. Is it my passengers?
Okay. I think it flows.
It'd
off
be
the
like
tongue
Stewart
much
Tower,
easier.
Kilo Alpha Hotel, Lima, Uniform Alpha, 10 miles out, final approach, information, whiskey. That's basically what we would say.
Right. Plane number 772-210-1020. It does flow better.
You are not allowed to land here. Please go back from whence you came.
Oh, no, but it's 772-210-1020.
Okay, you are permitted to land.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, enough of that craziness. All right, so we want to talk about real quick, Tom, about ACA because there's only a few days left. The window is closing.
It sure is. So for those 65 and under or don't qualify for Medicare, we have the government has the Affordable Care Act or healthcare.gov, the Marketplace, Obamacare, and it has the open window till January 15th. So if you're not if you don't have employee group coverage, and there's a lot of criteria, there's a lot of details, there's a lot of confusion. So we help simplify that insurance planning with the ACA. So that you can live that stress-free life. And so give us a call because we are professionals, and we really want to find a plan that suits your needs. There's on exchange, off exchange, and there's a lot of terminology floating out there that can be quite confusing, and we love to help bring light to that confusion.
Yes, indeed. We bring clarity over confusion. That is what we do, and that's what we're great at doing. One of our value propositions anyway. And then also, there's a lot of new carriers that's coming in, and you may be looking at a better plan with a lower premium, but you need to give Owen Insurance Group a call to see how we can help you. And if you're a small business owner and you've got a group of 4 or more employees that are full-time and you want to offer group coverage for them, give us a call. We'll do a cost-benefit analysis for you to determine whether or not it's better to take a group plan or use the ACA because of the higher subsidies that came with the ARPA Act of 2021. So, but we'll do that at free of charge for you. We do not charge for our services unless you need us to wash your car. And then we'll charge $100 per panel. All right, let's see. Life insurance, Tom. So Tom and I have been getting inundated. Well, not inundated, but we're getting a lot of phone calls with life insurance. And I think with COVID, that has certainly brought to light about your mortality, and I think that's something that nobody wants to talk about is life insurance. I ran 2 quotes yesterday for a young couple in their late 30s, early 40s, who just had a baby girl. Congratulations to them as well. And it's important to think about that because, there's old life insurance and there's new life insurance. And you're asking, well, what the heck is the difference between the old type of life insurance versus the new type of life insurance? So what I do is I run for my clients. We list all the carriers that are available. We don't list them all. There's hundreds of them. But we take the top 5, and we show the ratings, the financial ratings of the carrier, the premiums, the face amount, and then I show them to highlight one specific carrier that has living benefits. For the premium is about the same, or maybe $1 or $2 or $5 more a month for that same type of life insurance policy that has living benefits. And Tom, do you want to speak to the living benefits?
The living benefits clause or option that's included in a lot of, or can be included in a lot of the life insurance policies says this, that if you have a terminal disease or a terminal sickness that you're not expected to live for certain amounts of time. And there's rules on all the different policies that a portion of your death benefit, let's say you have a $100,000 policy, a portion of that, say $50,000 of it, can be released to you because the doctor says you only have three months to live. And so you either use that money to go play or you use that money to pay to your doctors and try to get healed.
Yep. And then also in addition to that is it goes 2 steps further. So then if you say have a critical or a chronic illness, let's say that you have a heart attack or you have a stroke, or God forbid you get diagnosed with cancer, you got to take time off from work to get healed, to get better, to go to the doctor and go through that treatment. Again, you can accelerate all or like Tom said, a portion of your life insurance, and it can even be a term policy. But you can accelerate a portion of that insurance policy to use for that life event. And I can tell you that it is an amazing thing to be able to have a life insurance, and I own 2 of those types of life insurance policy, 3 actually, of those life insurance policies that have living benefits. There was a nurse in Port St. Lucie a few years ago that had a policy from us that had living benefits, $350,000 life insurance policy. Single mom, 2 children. And she got diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. So she wanted to know what she should do. Well, obviously, you don't know what the future is going to hold, if she's going to succumb to cancer, and what's going to happen. So, and what's going to happen to her 2 children as well. So we thought, we came to a plan that she should accelerate half of that life insurance policy to use because she was going to have to leave work for treatments and then take care of her kids. So she accelerated $175,000 of that term life policy, which she made 5 payments of, about $54, $53 a month. She made 5 payments of it, and it's based on, you'll get an offer from the carrier, and it's based on current mortality tables, and it's based on the severity of the condition, and it's based on the length of time you've had your policy. So she was able, the offer was a $175,000 term that she's made about $250 some payments on, and they offered her $50,000, which she took, obviously, and was able to take off work, pay for treatments, stay home, take care of her kids, and still had another $175,000 left of that original $350 to use in case she did pass away, which went to her 2 children. So that is what the new type of life insurance policies can do. So if you're out there looking for life insurance, don't just look who's got the cheapest rate. We always say that all the time. Don't see what's the cheapest rate. Obviously, premium does come to play because we all have a budget. But find out if those policies have living benefits. And if you have a life insurance policy now, and you may have it for 7 to 10 years or 5 years, the premiums on life insurance have gone down. The CSO tables have gone down a little bit. So it might be prudent for you to take a look at maybe getting a life insurance policy that has living benefits instead of a life insurance policy that only offers a death benefit. So it may be prudent to do that. And Tom and I and our team will help do that for you. And we'll see, we'll check the premiums, we'll check the carriers. And again, each carrier is going to be different. So they could grade your health classification as standard plus. We're standard non-tobacco. We're preferred non-tobacco. We're preferred best non-tobacco. So it's and you call a lot of these companies you see on TV, where you'll call a different company to get you a life insurance quote, and they're going to quote you the absolute best health class that there is, preferred best. Well, I'm here to tell you, the majority of you don't qualify for preferred best. It isn't going to happen.
Remember that eating statistic we heard earlier.
So, exactly.
Right.
So, they go, oh, God, that's the best rate I ever got. Well, you know what? Tom and I are going to give you rates that are realistic, that you could achieve, that you could qualify for based on your BMI, based on your health history, based on your prescription drug check, and and things of that nature. So again, do you want to get a quote and work with a snake, or do you want to work with someone who is credible, who's honest, who's reputable, and who's going to be your guide and show you the right way to go? So that's life insurance, and I think it's important that we all have life insurance, because now you know that you have life insurance that will cover you in life as well as death. Pretty cool stuff. Tom, let's chat a little bit about OEP. What can happen during the open enrollment period?
Sure. So Medicare open enrollment period is actually from January 1st to March 31st. And during that period, it's limited to the people who are currently on Medicare who are part of the Medicare Advantage, who have a Medicare Advantage plan. So during that period, a person with a Medicare Advantage plan as of January 1st, they're able to switch to another Medicare Advantage plan. They're also able to go back to original Medicare, and at that time they can have the option to apply for a Medicare supplement and pick up a prescription drug plan, or just go back to original Medicare and let's say they have drugs through the VA or something like that. So you have to have a Medicare Advantage plan as of January 1st, and you have options to change to another one or to drop it and go back to original Medicare.
So there was a client that called me yesterday down the Boca Raton area, southern Palm Beach area, and did not change his prescription drug plan. We gave him a quote, told him this is the better plan for him to go on for 2022. It's going to save him several $100s a year on drug costs, but he just neglected it, like so many put their heads, become an ostrich and put their heads in the sand, and so they'll get to it later, and then he missed his open enrollment period. Now, during the he missed the AEP. So now we're in the OEP, January, February, and March. Can that gentleman who has a prescription drug plan, standalone PDP plan, choose a different drug plan now? The ones that we originally recommended for him. Can he get on that?
Unfortunately, no.
No.
Again, no. Yeah. The number one criteria is you have to be on a Medicare Advantage plan as of January 1st.
That's right.
Year.
So for those of you out there who neglected to change your Part D plan, you will have to wait until the next AEP, the annual enrollment period, from October 15th through December 7th. As Tom so eloquently put it, yes, your open enrollment period from January 1 through March 31 is only for Medicare Advantage plan. So if you were you were one of the people that called the number, you saw Joe Namath or Joe Theismann or William Shatner or J.J. Walker on those TV commercials, God have mercy, and you called the number and they put you in a certain plan, those of you who did that have the opportunity to reverse that decision that you made and to be placed into a better plan that will probably be more suitable for you. Amazing what has happened with these people that are doing this to consumers, Medicare beneficiaries. Now you have the opportunity with the Medicare open enrollment period to make a switch. So now let's say in January, you decide that you want to switch to a different Medicare Advantage plan. The new plan will begin February 1. In February, you want to switch. The new plan will begin March 1. In March, as long as you do it by March 31st, if you make that switch, your new effective rate will be April 1st. After that, you're done. You're stuck in that plan for the rest of the year until the next annual enrollment period. What I would like to do is to spend some time and drill down. Maybe next show, Tom, you and I can drill down on the differences between Medicare Advantage plans versus Medicare supplement plans, because it's amazing. I would say probably half of Medicare beneficiaries don't know the difference between an Advantage plan versus a supplement.
And so many of them don't even know what plan they have
Yes.
or what company. It's amazing. You know, this is their health insurance that they paid into for 40, 50 years of their life. And now in their senior years, as they get older, of course, they may need more medical treatment, but they don't really understand. So we're able to distinguish between that Medicare Advantage, the all-inclusive Part C, compare and contrast it with that Medicare supplement and a prescription drug plan.
Very good. And then, Tom, dental. So I want to cover dental real quick, disability, and long-term care. So these are the main, and then also accident, critical and chronic illness plans. But real quick, talk to us a little bit about the dental.
Dental plans are important. People say, are they really worth it? They are, because they give the twice a year cleanings and preventative care, as well as in case you need a extraction, filling, the other things that could come up, root canals, caps, crowns.
Ouch.
All the different things that we hate. Yeah, we say ouch to. We don't like to have that work done in our mouth, but it can cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And particularly those people who already know, I've already spent thousands, I need thousands done, and I'm anticipating thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars of work in my mouth. So dental insurance plans can definitely save you dollar for dollar. It's worth it. And I think also, even for people with good dental health and hygiene in their mouth, it makes you go to the dentist twice a year. It doesn't make you, but it encourages you to. Because you say, I have this dental policy, I get a free cleaning and x-rays and exam twice a year. Might as well go, nothing out of pocket. You're making that monthly premium payment. So, because your mouth health is very much related to many other parts of your
100%.
body.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm not a doctor, but I do have read enough to know that the gums and the health of our teeth and our mouth definitely affects our entire health outlook.
Well, hey, listen, he's not a doctor, but he is the booth. So, for those of us who are in the insurance industry, typically, if we believe in a product, we're going to buy it. And so I remember one time when I was talking to a client about cancer insurance in critical illness, and she asked me, well, Gary, do you have it? I pulled up my policy and said, yes, I do. Here it is. I believe in it for myself and my family. I believe that everyone should have a cancer policy or an accident policy. Do you know how many people have an accident each day? You know how many people are diagnosed with cancer every single day? So it's important. Case in point for me, and real quick before I get to my accident, talking about dental. On December 16th, I flew to Sonoma and Napa Valley for some wine tastings for the week. And the day before, I had to have a root canal. Whee! That was so much fun. But thank God I had the Emeritus Dental Plan. And so it's important that you have the proper plans in place. And because there are so many different plans that you can choose from so many different carriers. So you want to make sure that if you have, like Tom mentioned earlier, if you've got major work that needs to be done in your mouth, you need to make sure that you have the right dental plan, because if you don't, a lot of these plans will have a year wait on some of these procedures, and some will have coverage day one up to 70%. Amazing, unheard of, but 70% first day coverage. So,
yeah, absolutely. I call that the McDaddy Dental Plan. give us a call to see if that's, you may not need that, but for many people who do need it, it's a lifesaver because they say, I need work done tomorrow. I need it done yesterday. But my dental plan or one that I saw being offered is not going to cover hardly anything until 12 months go by. We have some options for that.
And also my accident insurance plan that I'm a big firm believer in as well. Thank God I bought 2 plans, thanks to Nat Gen and thanks to Life Secure. I got 2 checks. So I was out in the backyard working, as I usually do when I'm not working at the office. I'm working at home, and hurt my back. Excruciating pain that night. I couldn't even get off the floor. Unfortunately, had to have an ambulance come and get me downstairs and take me to the ER. And from that accident, one of the companies paid me $1,700 and change, and the other company paid me over $2,100 and change for that few hours in the ER. Now, if you don't have an accident plan, why not? I mean, for pennies on the dollar, people. The $4,000 that I got reimbursed from that little accident will pay my 2 policies for the rest of my lifetime and some. So it pays to have dental insurance, accident insurance, life insurance, critical illness, chronic illness insurance. I have 2 cancer policies. I have a critical illness policy. Trust me when I tell you, it is worth every single penny. And if you have questions, call us at 772-210-1020. Again, that number is 772-210-1020. You say I've got, 1 minute left? 2 minutes left. All right. 2.5 minutes left. All right. So going back to our guest of the show, Mitch Kahl, with Kahlua in front of me, always promoting. Mitch, would you give them your website, your email, and a phone number again, please?
Sure. It's www.alwayspromoting.com or mitch@alwayspromoting.com. My phone number again is 419-360-9859.
Fantastic. So if you need promotional items, you're a small business owner, whether you need 1 or a million pieces, Mitch can help you. He'll come in and he can sit with you and put up a plan together with your promotional items. Great with creativity. If you need a logo or something, I'm sure he'd be able to help you out. So, Mitch, thanks for being on our show this morning. It's great to have you.
Fantastic. And if you're looking for a private party, I'm definitely somebody you want to get a hold of.
Private parties as well for songs, singing.
I worked 8 months trying to get into a place over on Indian Street. I got in. Then she right away hired me the next week and hired me 21 times this year.
21 times last year, not this year.
No, this year. She's already booked me.
For 2022.
She's booked me for 21 times this year.
Oh, my
so
God.
I must be doing something right.
Good for you. Yeah. It's that winning personality. We appreciate it. Thanks again. And we appreciate you being on the show today. Next week, our guest on our show will be Jody Dupree of Mortgage Resources of South Florida. Jody is phenomenal. She's fun, vivacious. I love Jody. She's a great person. You're going to love having her on our show next week. And Tom and I think, again, we talked about maybe talking and diving in on the differences between Medicare Advantage versus Medicare Supplement. So we'll talk more about that as well on our next show. And thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, you must be sleeping. But please share us with your friends, your family, your neighbors. And remember, stay safe, keep healthy, be happy, and enjoy your quality of life.